Alright, y'all, welcome back. Y'all, I'm all of a sudden a Southerner. I'm all of a sudden a Southerner. I'm originally from New York, so we're just going to ignore that intro. But oh, I forgot my paper towel. I am doing this audio live just for a little change of pace. We are going to do a simple candy cane motif on this day 14, I want to say, of 25 days of holiday nails. Welcome back to Nails by Soul. Thank you for joining me. While you are here, give me a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when new videos drop. And we're going to get right into it. So as I said, I'm going to do a candy cane motif, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently today, and that's because I want to do some gel colors as usual, but I also want to do some dip colors, and these are dips that I back, probably in September. I saw them pop up in Amazon. This is a brand I've used before. It's Azure Beauty. I've used them when I first started out. Absolutely love them. Didn't have any problems with them. Just moved on to different companies that you traditionally can't find on Amazon. But there's nothing wrong with them. They're great. If you have a very limited budget, they're definitely great because you can get lots of colors in one. And the pigments are absolutely fantastic. If you look at this red. Oops. And they come with really good caps to protect anything from coming out. But it's got this great shimmer, very deep red, perfect for the Christmas season. And then the gel colors I'm going to be using are a mixture of Madame Glam and Sparke Co. This is Florida Sun. No, this is red-handed. I pulled the wrong one. Gosh, dang it. This is Sunset in Florida. I'm going to have to replace that on my palette. This one is Burlesque. Then you've got Lost in the Woods and Most Festive Cookie, which should be no surprise to anybody that's watched my channel before. It is a sub-bag color. So while you won't be able to find it on the website, I'm sure they have lots of other similar colors that you can pull from, or if Sparke Co doesn't have the color you're looking for, there's so many other brands out there that might. So I decanted it onto my palette so I can easily work with it with my standalone brushes, and I'm going to do a straightforward candy cane stripe. I'm going to alternate it with the red and the green, and then I'm going to lay in some of the shimmery sparkle colors as well. I also have some base on my palette just to get my brush wet. And I think I'm going to start off with a green stripe in the middle. Am I alternating green and red, or do I need white in there? I think I need white in there also. This is going to be, I guess, a watermelon candy cane. I don't know if anybody on here has had those. They're red, white, and green. I believe they're watermelon. I could be mistaken. But so I'm going to go on the diagonal, and I'm just going to let my brush do all the work and drag straight across. I'm going to thicken the line slightly as I go. But I'm just going to let the brush do the work. I'm not pressing down. I'm not splaying out the bristles. I'm just dragging the color across the nail. I'm going to try to go color by color so I don't have to keep putting it in the lamp. because that's just going to drag out the length of the process. So if I can do a few stripes at once of the same color, then cure, it'll make things go a lot smoother. And the key to doing stripes or any kind of nail art that I found is just confidence. I try not to hesitate anymore. I try just to go in and do it, because if I think too much about it, that's when things start to go haywire. You gotta just at some point trust yourself. And to a certain extent that comes from experience, from doing, and especially if you've done something, once before, obviously it gets easier and easier. But you just gotta trust yourself, and also know that there's no such thing as a mistake that can't be undone. Especially with gels, if you haven't cured yet, you could always wipe it off like I just did and go back in, redo it, fix it, move it around a little bit. And if you still don't like it when it's all said and done, there's always next time. I think I want to put another small one down at the tip. And then another one at the top corner. All right. That's going to go in for 90 seconds to cure. I'm doing 90 seconds because I did do a rather thick layer and I don't want to have any rippling or bubbling. I want it to cure fully. I also don't want to go in and do a second coat. So it's going to be a 1 coat nail for each stripe, and then we're going to cure and move on to the next color. Okay, so now that we've got the red lines completed, I'm going to go in with the green. And I'm going to line it up to the right side of every red line. I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing the green a little bit thicker, and then I'm going to drop in an accent line of the glitter over top a portion of it. I did see a really great design on Instagram. I don't know the name of the artist, and I'll probably never be able to find it again, but it was a chrome candy cane stripe, and they with a sugaring effect. So they chromed the green, and then they went in and they sugared the white. And it was just very classy and beautiful. And I wanted to do something similar, but unfortunately I don't have any red or green chrome. I thought I had gotten a green chrome pen from Madame Glam, but it's a rose gold. So while that could be very pretty as well, it's not really what I wanted to do. That. So as this is day 14, it is also day 14 of the month. How is everybody's holiday season going? Have you finished shopping? Have you not done any shopping yet? I know as I'm recording this, I have not done any shopping except for myself yet, which that has to stop. But things are crazy for me right now between work and trying to do these videos, and my sister's coming to visit in a couple of weeks. And I've got friends who are like family that are coming that live in London that I haven't seen in... I saw her, I think last year. She was here for a day or two to visit, and we saw each other in passing. But I haven't really visited with her in quite a few years. And she's got children now, and there's like two of us that grew up together. Have known each other since we were probably 6-7 years old, if not younger. And it's going to be really nice to catch up. So drop a note down below. Let me know how you're spending your holidays, if you're seeing family, if you're spending it just with quiet time with your own family or by yourself, what you're looking forward to. Let's start a conversation. I'm feeling lonely. But I will say that as of right now, I am far ahead of where I expected to be with my subscribers, which is awesome. I was hoping to get to 200 by the new year, and right now it's December 2nd and I'm at 146. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please tell your friends and neighbors and anyone that will listen. Back in the lamp for 90 seconds. So now I'm going to go in and do the white lines. So here's a tip for doing straight lines. If you're nervous about moving the brush, don't move the brush, move the nail. So here I'm keeping the brush steady, and I'm just rotating, I'm turning my hand away. And as you can see, I'm using my pinky to steady my hand. cure for, you guessed it, 90 seconds. All right, now we're going to go in with our accent colors. So I want to put in a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to take some of Burlesque. And I'm going to run it over the red. I think I'm just going to do that one in the center. And then I'm going to go in with, I don't remember what it's called, Most Festive Cookie. And I'm going to go over this green here. And this one. I think I'm also going to do Burlesque on the tips. Or I should say the tip and the cuticle. And that's going to complete this nail. I'm going to cure it. I'm going to do a coat of DGel Builder Gel over top to smooth out the layers, and then a top coat, and then we will move on to the next nail. So now we're going to do basically the same thing that we just did, but with dip colors. So I'm going to decant all of the dip into a cupcake liner. And that's just going to make it easier to dip the nails in. I think maybe I want to do a silver instead, so hold that thought. Shaky, shimmy, shimmy. So these are going to be our 3 colors. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. I am going to use Dip Liquids. Gel Liquids. I really want to focus on getting the lines as straight as possible. So, and if I use Dip Liquids, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult because the liquid dries a lot quicker. And I want to make sure that I have time to lay down the stripes the way that I want. So I'm just going in exactly like before and drawing my lines. I'm gonna get that little piece of lint off. And I'm taking my liner brush and I'm dipping it directly into the bottle. So I am going to go line by line with this. Just so that I can see how the color is going down. And I don't want the line to spread and get too bulbous. So what I am also going to do is I'm going to take my water marbling tool so that I can push the lines if I need to. I'm going to start out with the green this time. Actually, yeah, we'll do a red, green, and silver one. So I'm just going to lightly press the nail in. And then I'm going to take my water marbling tool and I'm going to adjust the line if I feel I need to. I think I'm going to take a swatch stick and I'm going to pour over, just so that I don't smudge the line. And if you look at it and it keeps looking wet, just put more powder on top. All right, so now that we've got that cured, I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and brush off all the excess powder. I made a mistake. Shoot. I don't think I can fix this. I had done a base coat of gel on this nail and I didn't wipe it or buff it before I went in and did the powder. And I've got a thin layer of powder now stuck to the nail. All right, I'm getting most of it off. I can go in and buff, but I really don't want to. What I am going to do though is go over this line again because I am missing some of the powder. So I'm going to go back in with my gel base. Where is my long liner? And while I'm at it, I'm going to go and do 2 more lines just to get this color done with. So you can see it, the nail is still tainted a little bit with green. I'm just gonna go with it and hope that the subsequent layers cover it well enough. So I'm going to go in now and I'm going to lightly top coat with matte so that I don't taint the other, I don't know what's going on with this matte top coat. It seems to be partially curing in the bottle. It's not near light. I don't keep it near light. The bottles are opaque, so this shouldn't be happening. but there's this gunky buildup on the inside of the bottleneck every time I open it. Anyway, let me get a wipe. So I'm going to use my my long liner again, and I'm going to dip directly into the bottle, and I'm going to put matte top coat over the areas that I don't want to taint. Make sure you wipe off your brush before you dip back into the bottle. If you are dipping directly back into the bottle, you can decant it onto a palette, but I don't want to waste any product because invariably I don't use all of it. All right, so that should hopefully protect it. We're going to go in and now do the exact same thing with the red, and then do another layer of matte top coat, and then go in and do the silver. So I'm not going to worry too much right now that there is a fine dust of red on top of the green because it is top coated in matte top coat, and I'm gonna wipe it with alcohol after I'm done. But right now I wanna go right in with the silver, which I've got right here. It's a beautiful blue and white silver with some red flecks in it. And I'm just going to, actually first, I'm going to do the matte top coat. Which, where did I put it? Ah! Right here. And I'm going to go over the red. Be careful when you do this, only to go over the red, because if you slip onto the green, whatever color is on the surface is going to stay there. This is one of those things, one of these processes where you just have to trust that it's going to turn out the way you want. And it may not. This may turn out to be a hot mess, but you don't know until you try. So just have to play around with it and see what happens in the end. It's all fun and games until you wind up with a manicure that you hate. Oh my God, I gotta go to work soon. I think this is going to end up being a 2-day manicure because I don't have the time to devote to it today. My schedule at work just got changed. I am now working predominantly nights. So whereas I would get home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon before and have all night to play around with nails, now I have to be at work by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, at least today, which means I have to leave by 2 if I'm going straight to work, or I have to leave a little bit earlier if I have errands to run, which today I do. So it makes things a little bit more difficult to just film and be like, yeah, I don't need to go to sleep, versus, yeah, I don't need to go to work. All right, going in with the silver. And this is going to be our last stripe. This one's obviously going to be a little bit thicker because I didn't lay the lines in too well, but it is what it is. Maybe we can go in with a little bit of a gel accent after the fact. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to dip straight in because I want all the glitter that's on top. Okay, so I am going to go in with some alcohol. I don't want to rub the entire surface of the nail, so I'm just going to take some onto my brush, which I'm going to make sure it's clean first. And I'm going to run it over the green. Okay, so I'm going to go over the red as well, it would appear. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my scrubby brush and remove any excess glitter. And I'm going to go in with a clear coat, clear dip powder, which is somewhere. Oy, is this it? This is it, crystal clear. I'm going to need another cupcake liner. I'm gonna go in with my base coat, making sure I have the right bottle. And as you can see, the glitter is dragging over the other colors. So I'm going to try to pull that out a little bit. And now I'm just going to pour the clear coat over top. I'm going to brush this one off like I did the other layers. I'm going to go in with another layer of base coat because I do want to file this nail, and I want to make sure that that crystal clear dip powder is locked in, so that when I'm filing, I'm not filing through the color. So I decided I know this is a dip process, but I do want to go in with a little bit of chrome and delineate the lines. So I'm going to take my fine liner and I'm going to run it through a little bit of clear first to loosen up my bristles, and then I'm going to go into the chrome and just line the break out the lines. Break out. All right, so we've got two base coat colors. I started in with a milky white, which is Dreaming of Iceland, and then I went in with a holographic shimmer. And what I want to do is a candy cane French. So we're gonna once again be alternating colors, and I'm going to start with the red. This one's Florida Sunset, and I'm going to mark out my smile line. So I'm going to do a line here, and then I'm going to pull that down. That was very stupid what I just did. I will remove that in a moment. Since we were doing horizontal lines, and I just went and put a vertical line of red all the way up to the free edge, that was not very good forethought. That was me just doing a normal process of a French manicure. So actually I'm going to go in with a little bit of acetone and remove that. All right, continuing on. So yes, I am going to be alternating my colors once again in a red, green, white, maybe some silver, French manicure. So for the last line, I decided I wanted to use this very pretty sub bag color called Candy Cane Pinwheels from Sparke Co, just to give it a little bit of something extra. And it's got these little white and pink and red glitter flecks in it. Then as before, I'm going to go over part of the red with some Burlesque to give it some glitter. So I know I'm probably going a little bit overboard with this nail, but I want to try to push myself with what I'm used to doing. So I'm going to be using some gems and putting a little bit of an accent at the where the design meets the base of the nail. And I've got these gems that I got on Amazon, and these are teardrop shaped. They're tiny, and then I'm going to accent them with some caviar beads. I need more gem glue. And I'm absolutely rushing here because I have to get going. I'm actually going to push this further up. Stick a little more gem glue underneath there. So I decided not to add any caviar beads. I think it's nice the way it is. I am going to go in and top coat it now, making sure that I don't top coat over the crystals. You want to go just push the top coat up underneath it to make sure that it's set in there well, she says as she gets top coat on the gem. So that's going to do it for this set. As you can see, I only did 3 nails instead of the original intended 5. The reason for that is I ran out of time. And also, these can be, if you wanted to wear these as a set, it could easily be accented by either a plain red nail or a plain white nail, or even green if you want to go so bold as that. I think green is almost a little bit more showy than red. But I really love the way that turned out. I think the center gem is maybe a little bit wonky and lopsided, but it's in there well. If I had more time, I may have put a center jewel there, but I think it's fine without. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you once again for stopping by. Oh, one other thing I want to say is this nail looks a little cloudy because I forgot that when you're using gel liquids, clear dip coat tends to turn cloudy. I've had it happen with a few brands. This is the first time using Sparke Co. Clear dip. It clearly has done that. It's clouded the final manicure, or the look of the final manicure. I do have clear by West Coast dips. It has not done that to me. I should have used that one. But I wasn't thinking. The other choice is just not use clear dip, just to go in with a clear base coat and buff that. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you again for coming. Please give me a comment down below, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you for day 15.